Today I'm going to be testing the scalar energy field by measuring the byproduct of voltage of this generator. As you can see, this generator is suspended with 3 threads, and I tied them together over here with a plastic tie from my bread. Above it I suspended some aluminum foil at random, just some pieces that I had left over, and I squeezed them together to hold them in place. The field I'm going to be measuring, it's going to be from this generator to the aluminum foil, so there's nothing in between hanging that could create any kind of field of its own. I'm going to be using my voltage meter, which, as you can see here, I have on 200, or at least I hope you can see, on 200 millivolts. And yeah, now this is a little tricky because I'm going to be having to hold this and touch the generator all at once here. And oh, I wish it wouldn't wiggle. And then I'm going to be touching the aluminum foil here. So I don't know if you can see it. Earlier it went up to 5 millivolts, which is considerable energy exchange. Now the scalar energy, the one we don't see, is probably a lot stronger but cannot be seen. Also, these are also so-called light tools. They somehow have an in and out of themselves light in the spectrum that we as people do not see. However, there are other things to consider when you're making these tools that are of paramount importance. One is that you never ever want to buy any tensor tool, which means braided tool, that is welded. So you see this one is tied over here. The reason being that in welded pieces the energy gets stagnant, impregnates, if you will. And people that are very sensitive start feeling miserable. Some may excuse it with, oh, I'm just going through a difficult time or something or other, but those that really know where it's coming from have contacted me and told me that they purchased some pieces, in fact, one lady, a lot of them, from another creator. Now, it is quite an investment, but when they turn the energy negative, then you don't want them any longer. So I told her, just hang on to it. My generators are made to beautiful beneficial frequencies, like 432 or 528. I have a whole range of them. Some of the frequencies, like the Viking frequency, have beneficial, I want to call it byproduct or impact. Like for stress, for example, it will, and anxiety, it will bring it down. The last lady that got a piece of mine that had had the Viking frequency with it, told me that her heart palpitations had gone down almost instantly when she touched the piece. So yeah. And it doesn't have to be in this shape. It could be in any other tool shape that you see more fitting. You know, there's different things like the Accu-Vac and the keys, and my goodness, there's a whole range of things that is out there. But the change can happen very quickly too. I had a gentleman tell me that when he got his generator in the mail, he had the same situation with the negative vibes. He touched it and he said, the second I touched it, I got dizzy. I had to sit down. It was that strong. So I felt really bad, and I said, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know that would do that. It was the first time ever. And I asked him, did it happen again? And he says, no, it was just the one time, which I concluded that the energy that he had told me was so negative in his apartment. And he told me he listed a whole range of things that he invested big bucks in before, and all welded pieces. They were all welded, and the energy had just gotten stagnant. And so he just said that was just the one time. So my conclusion was that the 30 trillion cells that we have in our bodies will shift to the positive healing energy, but it takes a little longer. So about 20-30 minutes is what I have gauged from different exercises and things that I've done. And they catch up. But I also told him, like I did the lady, if you can activate this, I have a video out there on activating my generators, and put it in the middle or next to something that's got the negative vibes coming off of it. If this vibrates stronger, even if it's a smaller piece, it vibrates to the 432 healing frequency or the 528 or the Viking frequency, whichever one, then it will send out these waves, and the other pieces around it will resonate to this frequency. So in fact, he didn't even have to get rid of the other pieces that were doing harm initially. But that's a phenomena that is I've tried to spread, but was not very much welcomed for whatever reason. And so if you're going to invest into some copper kind of pieces for whatever, you know, your orgonite or your home or even safety or what have you, because I also felt like these guys mellow down big storms and stuff, and we've had so many tornadoes and hails and storms and floods and what have you, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make it all go away, but if it can mellow down things and my home doesn't get hit, and perhaps it goes into a wooded area where there's no animals, no living people, and you know, no homes destroyed, then that would be a big plus. Anywho, I just giving you all the information I have at the moment on different points of these generators, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and have a lovely, lovely day.